help put this rumble behind and try to really slingshot the rest of our team ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. As we can see already, WAE's bot lane moving a little further into the map towards that mid lane. That's a swap we've seen a lot, also in Europe actually. A lot of teams do it here. So they move towards mid lane instead of the top lane. So no Australian lanes so far. But there is a whole lot of pings coming out towards this river. And the possible first Drake. Let's see if they can find something. Monkey in the bushes, trying to position here as the root comes through. And now Shanks has to pull the Tibbers, and that initial damage is crazy. Shanks is level 6, Taeyun is level 3. You better run for the hills.
You've got 20 CS, and you've literally not been able to play with any of your summoner spells since you left the base. So
this is
Taeyun,
disgusting.
Yeah, they get no priority. I like the idea there from WE. They want to play around mid, see if they can get a summoner spell or get a cooldown like the Tibbers out from Shanks so that they can play for this early dragon. But instead it just turns into a free win for AL. They grab themselves more plates. They're going to crash another wave here and grab themselves the first dragon. Everything is going right for AL in this early game.
That's insane. That's like 40 CS lead now for Hope over Taeyun. That's honestly madness. Important tool for teamfight setup. I'm very excited to see how he's going to, you know, play it out and make it work. As we can see, people moving towards that grubby pit, but we do have Monkey at the objective first. And WE, they have a nice position in the river, but that's a very nice Poppy Hammer as they're flashing forward. They want to play it aggressively. Hope even ults KL into the enemy, but still no ultimate for the Nico. That's the good news here for WE. Maybe they can do something as there is a Tibbers running wild. Oh my god! Shags, Tibbers, craziness. Absolutely insane as Flandre even gets the pickup on Monkey here. And they have, did we talk about how they have like several extra members on their team? As Shanks picks up the kill, they have Tibbers and the Maiden. This is so unfair. They are like 7 people on the map.
Technically 8 if you count the Nico clone, so...
True! That's ridiculous.
I've gotta say, and I know it's early, however, 9 minutes, almost a 5,000 gold lead after more of these plates fall. They got all 3 grubs and the first 6 kills of the game. I don't want to say it's over, but it feels very unplayable if you are. It is complete vision domination coming in from anyone's legend as they set up for the second dragon of the game at 12 minutes.
It's insanity. Flandre already working on that last plating of the top lane turret. It's not going to be enough just yet to actually take the tower down, but that will be 5 full platings funneled into Flandre here, who already also completed his first item. And now with the invade, this game is getting even harder for Monkey. Not really gets anything. That ult is an idea.
He got the wave. Look, that's all that matters. We got access to the mini wave. They weren't allowed to do that. That's better than what Taeyun's been given this game.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I take it. I get it. I would, for a second there, I was scared that they would put themselves into a dive position, but Tarzan just decided, you know what? I don't want more kills. I want the second Drake. So they should be fine here.
I started freaking out because I saw, basically, I saw them using a Realm Warp, and then suddenly there is a Flash Pop Blossom coming in. Hope?
Oh my god! Hope is super mobile, but has used Flash and Cleanse, therefore Curtain Call Snipe just fits. But we get the first Pop Blossom, and it's an easy kill. Vampire trying to re-engage Cal here, but Tibbers is still there. It's going to make sure that Vampire has no business at all moving in further, as we might get a little bit of a redemption arc here on the mid lane. Tarzan picking up the kill on the enemy jungler, redeeming his AD carry. And Flandre is now a jungler as well. Honestly, I don't want to be Monkey in this game. I really don't want to be Monkey in this game. It's crazy.
I don't want to be WE in this game. All of them are suffering. I
mean,
Shanks is going to take this bottom lane tier 1. Taeyun now loses his flash. They've got
individual gold leads just now. It looks a little insane as Cube is trying to put some work onto this top lane here. Monkey in the area too. Equalizer coming out, but their flashes are being traded. And Flandre goes for the solo bolo kill, and he's 2 levels up on Monkey. And the Maiden just has to tickle him a little bit. So it's a double kill. There's always the chance of a throw. We've seen bigger gold leads being thrown as Tarzan is a little bit in a sticky position here. As the Pop Blossom goes just wide because Karis has to flash over the wall. But Flandre is just solo kills another person as they're looking for more. Moving further forward. Very nice chase here. Shanks coming in with Tarzan from the side, throwing out the Tibbers once more, and it's an absolute slaughter fest in this bot lane. Holy cow. Honestly, GG go next. I don't even know where the options are for WB in this game. How do they even come back? Is there anything they can really do?
They can head backstage, get their draft ready, and then they can come back by getting back onto their PCs and logging in for Game 2 draft. We are 16 minutes, 10,000 gold. Like, I don't know how much more we can talk about this game, just how cooked it is. And Anyone's Legend really showing off why a lot of these guys are on the All-Pro ballot. Just being able to play so dominantly. It's been a little bit since we saw this team, and yes, WE had a really easy series, all things considered, up against LGD for the play-ins, but it kind of feels like AL have not missed a beat, especially on the new patch.
I love how someone in chat said, not even my Iron games are this one-sided, and I felt that.
True?
Because, man, I've been there, and I mean, in Iron you wouldn't play this game. It's just, you would have surrendered at this point. So,
I mean, there's also probably a lot lower CS numbers, I would assume, in an Iron game.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, gotta admit. Is this a 20k gold lead angle? Very good question. We've seen 20k gold lead yesterday in the LEC, if I'm not wrong, which is crazy.
I don't remember if it was LEC because I know we had Fnatic versus GX.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It was
It was
definitely
something.
it was in NLC. It was the
Oh,
Ready
that
Sack
was
versus.
maybe it was. Oh yeah, it was
Ghost of
NLC.
Toads.
You're absolutely right. I read it on Twitter. I laughed and then I closed Twitter and forgot everything about it. But
Yeah, the
that
rats
is
were like,
insane.
oh, it's the first 20k gold, and I'm like, that's not true. I'm glad Nightmare is doing the God's work of dispelling the myths of the rats, but
Love.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of 20k. I know there's at least one 20k gold lead game here in the LPL. I've yet to find it, but I know it happened. Maybe it'll be this game. Maybe we get another one here. Flandra's by himself, no flash, but they do no damage.
Yeah, damage-wise, it's really, really rough. They tried to layer the ultimates just as we kind of predicted the drop, but he's able to play this! Very nice ultimate from Monkey over the wall, though. Important kill here for Q, but how much are they losing on the map? The Herald charging through, even stepping back in, and now they're going for a little Tokyo Drift and moving towards that bot lane inhibitor turret as well. First inhib down, they do have the 3 void grubs, so this one is going down fast. They're looking to get at least a second inhib here. And I'm not sure, but they can't fight it. Tibbers is there. Cube is absolutely deleted from the map. And now Tibbers is frontlining whilst everyone else is kind of trying to, you know, move out. They've gotten what they came for. And now they want to play it safe. But that's 2 inhibs down in minute 19. Holy cow.
I have great news for WE fans. That kill onto Flandra has doubled the amount of kills that WE had prior to that kill. So they're doing great. Flandra has 40% of his team's damage. I think that's insane. But I think this is going to be a game that is going to do a lot of stat padding for some of these players. They are going to look very, very good in the post-game stats coming in through on this one. AL, we're only at 19.5 minutes. They have 3 dragons. They have 7 turrets, 3 grubs. What else can you really ask for outside of just straight up taking the Nexus from TWE? This has been an absolutely clinical game coming in to start for them here early on in the playoffs.
Yeah, as we're looking at that replay from mid lane where they are just playing it aggressively. They have nothing to worry about. They can just flash forward under the turret. It does not matter.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Next objective they are possibly looking at is Yatakan. It just spawned right now.
He would have brought out the belt. Tabe has been a very big proponent about doing one-on-ones with his players, making sure that they are trying to stay as sharp as possible. And especially for Anyone's Legend, I feel like this has to be the split that they kind of get a lot of things done here in the playoffs, because making it into grand finals in split 1 was amazing. Falling to Top Esports, kind of breaking the history that we saw for them in the Demacia Cup where they won versus Top Esports, then losing in grand finals. I feel like that would have been a really good way to kind of cement themselves as the best team here in the region. And while there have been moments where AL have looked like the #1 team, they have fallen short against some of our other top teams. So taking this win versus WE and kind of doing it as quickly as possible is important.
As we can see, another solo player coming out as well as the equalizer with the pop blossom and the backline just kills off Karis right then and there. As they're now looking to move further forward, both the Maiden and the Tibbers, as the additional members of the team are doing a lot of work, but we get another ice ultimate from Monkey. He manages to pick up the reset, but has to give his life in order for his team to, stay alive here in this scenario. But Taeyun is going so low, Hope is being sniped off, but you still have Flandra and Kyle on the map, and that's just enough for at least another inhib, if not actually looking to go for more.
It's 22 minutes and we have all 3 inhibitors.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I love everything about it. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, you know, I was really sad that Hope ended up dying there because I wanted to continue.
Single people out there who wants to see WE winning. I don't want to, I don't want to doubt them. So
I have
much.
not seen this graphic in forever. That's how I know the LPL production is bored right now. They are putting any kind of graphic they want on the screen. Monkey was in AL's jungle. He was trying to steal away some camps, maybe finish a last item. He's getting closer to what looks to be a collector here. There are some crit chance scalings for Monkey and Viego, so I honestly, I'm really grasping at straws here. It looks like AL right now, they just want to keep farming structures on repeat. If they can't end here, well guess what? There's a dragon in a minute that'll give them soul and a baron in a minute and a half.
I just wanted to say, look, the inhib is respawning. So much hope for WE, but, well, there's not a lot of hope because the waves just keep pushing in. Maiden and Flandra doing the work together. All inhibs are back down. And I feel like AL, they are just waiting for a wave state that kind of gives them the opportunity to move further forward. And maybe this is the moment as they are trapping Taeyun on the side. And now only one turret is standing between them and the Nexus, and Vampire just pops like a bubble as it's again Tibbers and the Maiden. The additional members of the team going in. Very nice pop loss underneath the turret, and everyone is just getting absolutely deleted. Taeyun trying to save himself in the base, it's not enough. In the end, it's the clean ace, the triple kill, and game #1 for anyone's legend.
24.5 minutes. That game went on longer than 5 minutes.